There is a right angle turn. Fold down into the dark. He stuck his head and shoulders in. Body twist. The waist is stuck violently around the corner. He wanted to step back but tilted his legs behind him to get in. The chest cavity is held against the rock wall, tighter the top. And it gets worse. His whole body was screwed to almost 90 degrees. Breathing every breath is like using a rib-hard shell rock. Will he just be locked in the hole at right angles? Slowly out of breath. Hi, I'm a lumberjack. Welcome to this episode of Cave Exploration Stories. March 5, 2005. Devil's Nest. The cave ushered in every 2 days as usual. The sun is shining. Fresh air. But in the depths of this land, unusually creepy accident is quietly brewing. That morning, a man got into the Devil's Lair cave early. He wears a searchlight, wearing a helmet. With the experience accumulated over the years of exploration, full of confidence, he has explored many underground caves before, well aware of the risks. He knows the narrow underpass. It's easy to get lost. Danger is everywhere. Can face hard and cold, ruthless rock formations. In a wealth of knowledge, sometimes it seems pale in thorough preparation. He groped in the cave for hours, traveling through familiar passages. From time to time, a few new routes are explored. The Devil's Lair is like a labyrinth. The tunnels inside vary in width. Some are spacious enough to walk upright. Some have to bend over and arch their backs. Even lie on the ground and move slowly forward. Each channel presents unique challenges. These are made of limestone that has been eroded by water over millions of years. Carved landscape has a unique structure. The temperature underground is constant all year round, cool and humid. The stalactites at the top of the cave are constantly dripping water. The sound of water droplets reverberates irregularly in the cave, with a disturbing weirdness. His breath condensed into a cloud of white fog in the beam of light of the searchlight. Everything is going according to plan. Until he found one that never deeply explored channel. The entrance looks good. About 60 centimeters high, 90 centimeters wide. His searchlight shines into the darkness ahead, but can't see the end of the tunnel at all. The entrance seemed to seduce him. Seems to go through here, to a more spacious cave hall. In fact, at this moment, he should turn around and leave. Intuition is supposed to triumph over curiosity. But he didn't. He was lying on the ground. Use hands and feet. He was crawling along the narrow passage. The cover squeezed his back and chest tightly. Let him only gasp for breath. This is common in cave exploration. It is also expected that, underground, you have to learn to control your breathing against millions of tons of rock. The panic caused by the layers of stone. The tunnel stretches straight for about 4.5 meters. The stone wall seems to shrink slightly inward, but it's still within his reach. Every now and then his searchlight rubs against the roof of the cave. Shaken dust and gravel quickly fall into the eyes. He blinked. Keep moving. So far, climbing forward is almost the only option. The passage is too narrow. Can't turn around at all. Just then, the direction of the tunnel suddenly changed. A sharp turn ahead. Not a gentle arc. Instead, it is forcibly folded into a right angle of 90 degrees, like a demon embedded in a corn. Vertical down. Also turned to the right. He stopped at the turn. Point the light of the searchlight at the vertical tree well. The tree well looks very narrow. Almost no room for people, but he still convinced himself that he would get by. And this step is the beginning of all disasters. He made up his mind to turn. Put your head and shoulders into the vertical tree well. The upper body is tightly pressed against the cold stone surface. To pass through this L-shaped channel, he has to twist his whole body around the corner. He drilled hard into this angular tunnel. Twist the torso at the same time. My chest barely squeezed through, but the abdomen is knotted, sturdy, stuck around the corner. Just then, he felt resistance. A terrible thought hit him instantly. The shape of this tunnel. It doesn't match his body structure at all. He desperately wanted to move forward, but the leg's still in the water bottle channel. It's tilting backwards right now, drilling into the upper body of the shaft, face down, at the turn where the waist is. His body was screwed to 90 degrees. The spy bears a normal person. Absolutely unbearable angle. His posture is so weird. I want to lie down and kneel. The body twists into a violation of the human body, shape of physiological limits. He can't move at all. Neither forward nor backward. The whole person is locked in the cell, in a rock cage, stuck around the corner like a hammerhead. Every time I try to push forward, it will only make you tighter. It's hard to step back. Legs up. No strength at all. Hard rock tangled like a vice. Cold and ruthless. Panic swept him in an instant. His breathing became rapid and shallow. But in this confined space, this way of breathing will only make things worse. Every breath, ribs have to expand against hard rocks. The heart is beating wildly in the chest. His head was shaking uncontrollably. The beams of light also shook violently. In a suffocating passage, messy shadows under the head, he tried to calm himself down. Try to think rationally, but reason can't give any solution at all. He was trapped in a physically almost impossible to break free. Body twisted posture, so that he can't even move normally. The arm can't reach the rock wall behind it. My legs can't find support and pull myself back. This L-shaped corner became a mechanism more than any human design. Deadly trap. Time loses its meaning at this moment. Every minute is as long as a century. Maintain this weird pose. His muscles started to ache. It's getting harder to breathe. Rock formations overhead, as if it got heavier and heavier over time. It's like the whole cave is slowly tightening to crush it completely in the cracks of a stone. He's alone deep underground. Absurd and desperate posture. He even felt that even if he tried his best to call for help, I'm afraid no one will believe it. How could he be in such a ridiculous predicament? On the ground, someone noticed his car in the parking lot from the last time he was seen. It's been hours. Park rangers were quickly notified. They know the Devil's Lair cave like the back of their hand. I also know how dangerous the narrow passages here are. The keepers immediately got into the cave. Fast pace, but carefully shuttled through the passage. They shouted as they walked. The sound echoes in the cave. Man trapped in the depths. I vaguely heard a call from a distance. The flame of hope ignited in his heart in an instant. He had the strength again and desperately wanted to make a sound. Let them know where they are. With their knowledge of the cave, search along the most likely route. They squeezed through narrow passage after narrow passage. Searchlight beams of light pierced the darkness. Finally someone found that humble entrance. A narrow horizontal tunnel. Looks like a dead end. An administrator stepped forward. Looking into the tunnel, the picture illuminated by the light stunned him. A pair of legs with bent knees, upturned in the water bottle channel, and deep in the vertical shaft. Man's body twisted, strangled in the cave. Rescue teams were quickly called in. This group of experts specializes dealing with this desperate rescue scene, but the administrators know. Time is life. The trapped man's breathing has become extremely laborious. Body twisted posture may cause serious permanent damage at any time. They must act now. The rescue process that followed was both surprising and tormenting. The administrators can't rashly drag him out. His body is stuck too tightly. The posture is too twisted. Must be carefully adjusted. They also squeeze into tight spaces. Reach out. Carefully determine the exact location where he is stuck. The rescuers decided to start with his legs. Try to make room. Let him move. They moved his lower body little by little, trying to unravel this horrible, twisted posture like a plunger. Every move, it made the trapped man tremble in pain. But he can only grit his teeth and endure. Administrators showed extraordinary patience and skill. They are familiar with the structure of the cave, understand the structure of the human body, relying on professional rescue skills, firm determination, maybe a little luck. They finally found the right way. A little bit to reverse his original actions when burrowing into a trap. The rescue process is slow and painful, but they didn't give up. Finally his legs were slowly straightened. The twisted torso is also corrected little by little. His body was carefully dragged back along that L-shaped channel, back into the original horizontal tunnel, the nightmare that trapped him. Finally ushered in the end. When he was finally pulled out of the narrow passage, when entering the spacious cave hall, the whole person is fierce. Can't even fully react to what's going on. His body is sore. Muscles that have been tense for hours can't stop shaking, but he was finally saved. The caretakers helped him slowly out of the cave. Back on the ground. Wait for the professional cave rescue team to arrive at the scene. When preparing for a complex rescue operation, the trapped man has already escaped safely. These park rangers accomplished a seemingly impossible thing. Ending March 5, 2005. Very different from his beginning. The man who walked into the Devil's Lair cave in the morning with a thrilling adventure learned an unforgettable lesson. Hard rocks never show mercy. The human body has unbreakable limits. A seemingly ordinary adventure, it can become a desperate situation at any time. The official report is poorly written. A man trapped in a narrow passage. Park rangers, before rescue teams arrive, successfully rescued it. No additional records required. But those who were there, those who witnessed him being stuck, the man in that weird pose, those who participated in this styling trap rescue, to know the truth, they know. It all almost came to another end. One without rescue, only the end of the remains recovery. Devil's Lair cave is still open to explorers. That L-shaped corner, still waiting quietly in the dark. This is a geometric trap carved by nature. He is ruthless, to human suffering, indifferent, as patient as the rock itself. Alright, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.